Dear colleagues, this is the introduction of Pharmagateway to the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria. Pharmagateway is your one-stop shop for the collection of all pharmacy dues that pharmacists pay in Nigeria. For the platform, we have designed a very simple workflow with a very robust back-end operational design that takes care of all the documentation, sweeping and splitting of payments across all participating associations. Now, this is a diagrammatic expression of how the platform works. You log in, your identity is verified. After this, you are prompted to create a profile. Once you have successfully created a profile, you will see all the dues that apply to you as a pharmacist. You confirm that it is correct and go ahead and make payments. Once the payment is made and the necessary approvals are granted, you will be enabled to generate an e-clearance. Once this clearance is generated, you can then take it to the PCN office to receive the scratch card. However, the system already has inbuilt functionalities to generate the PCN PIN and grant you access to the PCN portal. This will be deployed at the appropriate time. Now let's paint a typical scenario of what pharmacists go through today when they want to pay their dues. Let's take, for instance, a young lady pharmacist who is a superintendent and is working in Lagos. She will have to pay the following 10 dues across at least 5 banks. She will pay the PSN levy across all levels. She will pay ACPN dues. She will pay ALPS dues, and then she will pay YPG dues. Dear colleagues, with this platform, you can conclude all these 10 transactions in the comfort of your home in less than 3 minutes. You will not do it in 3 minutes even if you wanted to do online banking transfers, because you have to generate the transfers, you have to get your evidences and all that. All the cumbersome processes that we normally are used to has been taken away with just one click. Not to talk of people who want to get on the road and go from bank to bank to make payments. So how does it work? Dear colleagues, this is introducing Pharmagateway. How do you get to Pharmagateway? Just go on your phone and type www.pharmagateway.com.ng. Once you are on the platform, just go to that button on the top right that says Register. Once you click on that button, it takes you here, and you are required just to fill these 4 boxes. Put in your PCN registration number, the 6-digit number that starts with 0, your email address, your phone number, and your surname, and then you click Register. Now this is an example of someone who has filled the boxes. Now when you click on Register, 2 things can happen. Look at the screen on the left. It shows that the data that has been entered is different from the data in the system. Why is this step important? We have noticed that not all pharmacists accurately know their PCN numbers by heart. A number of times we misplace one of the numbers and then it gives us the identity of somebody else. And so when you log onto this system and you put the wrong PCN number in error, it will tell you that that number is wrong and you have an opportunity to go back. However, on the right, this person has put in the details on the top and the system has come up to say, this is what we have about you. If that is correct, then you click on the tab Proceed. However, if it is wrong, you go back and then you can go and put in the right details, assuming you made a mistake. Now, when you have entered the right details and you click on Proceed, it will tell you that your registration details have been saved. What this means is that based on the email you have imputed, it will send an information to your email to verify that the email is correct. Then you click on the button here that says Create Profile. Please note that you can see there that it has noted your PCN number. like we all know, the PCN number is a unique identifier for all pharmacists in Nigeria. So you start creating your profile. You put your surname, your first name, your other names, your date of birth, your gender, your state of practice. Indicate whether you are a superintendent pharmacist where you work. Input your year of graduation, your technical group, the ACPN, AHAPON, NAIP, whatever you belong to. And then also for some groups, for instance, for ACPN, at the state level, there are zones. So for instance, Lagos has zones, some Rivers State has zones. The system, based on the state you select, would have shown the zones that are available in your technical group. And then you select that and just simply click on the Create Profile button. Once you have done that, the system will generate for you all the dues that apply to you. And that is what you see there on the right with the instruction that says Review to Proceed. Please note that the figures we see here are fictional. We're in the process of collecting the correct dues collected by all associations across Nigeria, and that will be put into the system at the right time. The next thing you're supposed to do is to upload your photograph. Why is this important? As you know, this is a database of pharmacists for Nigeria that PSN and all associations are getting. Remember, the theme of this conference is technological adaptation, which is what the PSN is trying to do. When we succeed in doing this successfully, anytime we need to go for a conference, you will no longer need to upload sellers, no longer need to upload photographs, because with a click of a button, you will be able to register for a conference and then it's all done. The work to be done is now at the beginning of the year, and once that is done, you don't need to repeat this process again. And so this is someone who has uploaded the photograph, and that is what you will see there. And then this is the next step. Remember, before now it said Review to Proceed. Once you click on that button, it brings you here and it tells you all the dues that you are supposed to pay. Please note these red circles. Anytime you see those red circles on your dashboard, it means that those dues are optional. And so when you see those dues, you confirm whether those are dues you want to pay. So there are times, for instance, the building levy. If you are paying the building levy and you have paid it before, it becomes an optional due that you may uncheck if you have paid last year. Remember, PSN is collecting all the information, so it's easy for them to verify. This also applies to all dues that are collected at state and at zonal level. Please note that everything on your screen here is just for the purpose of demonstration. They are not the actual figures or the actual dues. Once you confirm all these dues and the necessary service charges that you are supposed to pay, you then click on Process Payment. And once you do that, you get to this screen and then you click on Pay. The moment you click on Pay, it takes you to the payments portal where you input your card details, or you put your transfer details or your bank details, and then you can conclude that payment. Once the payment is concluded, you download a payment summary, which will also be automatically sent to your email. If you have paid the dues that require approval from collecting associations, you will be required to return to the platform in 24 hours to download your e-clearance if your registration is approved. What this means, for instance, is that if it is required that your ACPN chairman grants clearance for your registration, the ACPN chairman will go to the back end and grant you the approval. For it could also apply to your zonal ACPN, it could apply to your PSN state chairman, and they will grant the approval within a 24-hour period. However, if there are no such restrictions on the dues you are paying by your state chairman or your association chairman, you will then be directed to print your clearance. However, if your state chairman or the zonal chairman is not convinced or requires further clarification about the payment you have made, your request will not be approved and you'll be directed to the appropriate officer for further clarification. But then, like I said earlier, if no approval is required, you will go ahead and download your e-clearance immediately. We put this measure in place to safeguard the integrity of our profession and also of the payment process. Only states whose PSN state chairmen have fully supplied the required information about their dues will be hosted on the platform. As at today, about 10 states are fully ready to go on. I'm very sure before the end of November, all the states of the Federation will be fully loaded on the platform and we can start a dry run on the 1st of December. Please note that this payment portal is equipped with a 24-hour online support service so that we will be there to guide you every step of the way. Dear colleagues, as men of honor, let us join hands with PSN and all the technical groups and all the interest groups to build a more efficient and a technologically enabled and driven profession. Thank you very much.